Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So in this video, we're going to talk about how easy it can be to build wealth with real estate. And if you're like the vast majority of people, especially if you're a millennial, this is probably not going to be your experience in real estate because I don't know if you ever read the statistics about how many millennials regret buying a home, their first home. It's about a whopping 90%. It says whopping, right? 90%. For most Americans, buying real estate is kind of like a bad hangover, right? It feels good at the moment. And then when you realize that you bought a new construction and your taxes and your insurance are increasing, or especially your taxes, that don't feel too good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you what I've been able to do with just two homes. And as you can see here, I haven't been in real estate that long, right? The only reason I bought my personal residence because at the time I was thinking, okay, I'm paying for a one bed, one bath luxury apartment for about $1,200 a month, and that doesn't even include the other costs, right? But $1,200 a month, and I can buy a property like I don't know, 30, 40 minutes away in a small town in a new construction area, and the payment would only be 900 something dollars a month, three bed, three bath. I'm going to take that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I did not buy this property at a discount, but I used Velocity Banking on it and it appreciated. Okay. And so, in about less than 3 years, I got $231,000 of equity here. Right. So, my total equity, now actually, let me not talk about my total equity right now, but the next year, I decided to buy a rental property. And one of the core tenets I learned about creating wealth from real estate, you essentially have to buy a property at a discount. And real estate is the only asset class that I'm aware of that you can buy a property at a discount at today's price. So the wealth building strategy is you find a $300,000 property and you buy it for 200, or you find a $150,000 property and you buy it for 70 or 80 or something like that, right? Like you buy it at a discount and that's how wealth is immediately generated. And that's what I was able to do here. So if you look here, this is like the Zestimate, the price. I'm sorry, the price. Oh man, why am I coughing? The price that Zillow thinks that you can sell your home for, right? That's what the Zestimate is. Now, here's the thing: the price that you think you can get, and Zillow thinks you can get, isn't necessarily what you can actually sell it for, right? You won't know until you actually put the for sale sign, and they estimate by getting comparable sales. But this is good enough, right? I know Zillow is fake, but we're just going to assume that this is the right purchase price. And then if we go in here and subtract our loan balances, oh my goodness, we combine these two numbers in less than 3 years, built $372,000 of essentially wealth out of thin air. Like how do we do that? Basically, we just use two simple strategies. Number one, velocity banking. Number two, buy it right, right? Like you gotta buy real estate right. Buy it at a discount. That's like the easiest way to create wealth out of thin air. And so now that's essentially what we've been able to do. And as you can see here, this is just kind of a copy of what I've been showing off, and I put it on the community feed too, right? So just so that I can flex and say, hey, look at me, how awesome I am, because I don't have 20 rental properties, but just with two, I was able to get $372,000 of equity under 3 years. And I used to be a person who made about $20,000 for 3 years. And so when I used to hear about like wholesaling checks, I was like, whoa, that's so awesome, right? Wholesaling, that is so crazy. I love wholesaling, right? Because I want to make $10,000 a transaction. And then now that I look at that, that's like such chump change, right? And I don't mean to make fun of anybody, but it's kind of weird how my perspective has been totally skewed when you get successes like these. And what's funny is, I want to tell you this: once you become successful, it's very hard to share it with other people, especially in real life. Like sharing it on YouTube versus sharing it in real life are two totally different things. Like I can never go to a real life person and show them my 14 grand rental check. Can't do it unless I'm like actually presenting to in a real estate club. You know what I mean? But like if I show that 14 grand rental check, man, I think people will resent me, you know? And people do kind of resent you because here's how I know this, right? You go here, you go to comment, and then someone put a comment, you just got lucky because home prices went up. right? I just got lucky, right? Yeah, sure. If I had to know velocity banking and I didn't understand the concept that you could buy real estate at a discount, sure, that's you just buy any home, right? That's why most millennials, oh, 90% of them, again, it's like a bad hangover, right? Like, I remember I used to listen to a speaker, and he said like there's two things that every man thinks he knows how to do, but can't do well, which is like pick up ladies and get dates, and then number two is know how to fight. Right? I'm gonna add number three, which is buy real estate, and because they don't know how to buy real estate, that's why so many of them regret it. Right? But to each their own, right? So this is just what I've been doing. Again, I don't need 20 rental properties. Like I kind of like am actually practicing what I preach because when I do velocity banking, I don't do like 10 properties at a time, right? I'm doing one property at a time. So once this gets paid off, then bam, you go to the next rental property, and I might not even get another rental property. I'll be honest with you. Like if I have to manage three tenants, it's like, whoa, what's going on there? I just don't want to. I guess maybe just because I'm getting lazier as I'm getting older, I just don't want to deal with people anymore. All right. Well, this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So as you can see here, um, it was easy to get $372,000 of equity without doing anything because A, real estate does appreciate, and B, you have to buy it right and see if you're going to use leverage to pay for real estate. Make sure you pay it off quickly. Maximize your cash flow. Create that equity. Don't buy a property at 6% and then one not realize like, oh my goodness, I'm actually paying 100 and was it 12% on that loan in interest. Okay, well, that's it for today. So, got to crank out a few more videos before I go to sleep today. Have a good night, and we will speak next time.